voter decision to reintroduce wolves into the wild in Colorado has been an emotional and, frankly, a controversial topic in our state.
And even though Colorado hasn't brought in any new wolves just yet, the wolves that have migrated here have state ranchers on edge. News 5's Caroline Peters reports from Walden in northwestern Colorado.
If you have a pet and you watched your pet getting tore up and you were told you cannot do anything, that would be a very, very hard place to be.
231 miles northwest of Colorado Springs is Walden. It's a small town in Jackson County that has seen the direct impact of wolves migrating into the region.
So they had an elk that they got down.
Don GITTLESON is a rancher here.
They just tore it up and they killed a coyote down there.
He's lost 3 cattle to gray wolves in the region, a feeling he describes as gut-wrenching.
And we had a second cow that had bite marks and that on her legs and on her flank that we treated. But so then the next night we bedded cows down, tried to get them all bunched up in a group, and the next morning the wolves had come back in and killed a third cow.
Livestock isn't the only thing wolves prey on.
Izzy, come on.
Since they find other canines as competition, dogs can be at risk. Rancher Carlos Atencio had an experience with wolves he will never forget.
I was looking for him, noticed wolf tracks, absolutely. I mean, they were everywhere. Called CPW, they came out and did an investigation, and while I was waiting for CPW, we found the body of my male dog, Buster.
Since these tragic events, Colorado Parks and Wildlife Commission has introduced emergency hazing tools for ranchers to use. This allows them to use scare tactics like electrical fencing, lights, and to use rubber bullets.
Colorado ranchers are working on mitigation measures to protect their livestock, but it doesn't come without a cost. Don says this electric fence cost him $15,000, and the state is unsure on how long this fence will be effective.
Both ranchers are urging the state to reconsider the voter decision to reintroduce 250 wolves into Colorado by December of next year.
The way the wolves are coming in now and the way that they are managing wolves right now, this problem's going to escalate.
Out-of-state ranchers like KREBS, who lives in a high predatory region, has insight for Colorado ranchers who are concerned about the wolves entering the state.
When we can move the conversations for producers to animal science and animal husbandry, have the researchers ask and answer those questions, we are going to see an exponential opportunity on the landscape to continue to evolve with this new direction that we're going down, which is a more diverse ecosystem.
SHARON O'Toole, who owns the Ladder Ranch in Wyoming and Colorado, knows what it's like living in wolf country. She says having guard dogs is effective.
They work and are effective because they're independent thinkers. They have to make decisions. I mean, they're really the opposite of a border collie who just lives to herd something, lives to please you.
While these ideas may be helpful, the ranchers in Walden are still dealing with the new reality of the wolf encounters on their animals.
It's tough to make a living in the ranching industry already, with $4 diesel and feed costs and everything else. It's a pretty tough deal to make a living, and then you add to it the cost of preventing the wolves attacking your livestock. Whether it be fencing, whether it be guard dogs, whether it be putting somebody here permanently as a watch. I think it just doesn't make sense. It's tough for the rancher, I guess, to justify that kind of cost and to come up with that kind of money offhand.
GITTLESON says the state has yet to reimburse him for the calf that he lost. Still, he says he's at a true loss because he was relying on that calf to have offspring. Reporting in Walden, Caroline Peters, News 5.